store my phone while I'm driving. I'm going out. Probably give the mechanic a call and ask him where he is. Eames, where are you now?
We are beside the spot.
Oh, Spar.
Yeah.
Okay, I quickly want to pick you up. I want you to harvest some trees. Can you walk from Spar in the direction of Mediclinic?
Yes.
Okay, I'll drive to Spar. Okay, let me call you when I'm close to Spar, but walk in the direction of Mediclinic.
Okay.
Okay, right? Okay, so the sun is straight from the front, so I'm going to turn the camera around. So Ims and Enzo, they normally do the tools for me, repair them, service them, etc. Tools has been quiet. May is such a terrible month in Namibia. It's almost like all the public holidays are pushed together in May. So for business, May is a terrible month. Um, so we don't really have a machine left to service today, and there's nothing that needs to urgently go out or in, and so we can do that. Now what I did forget for that harvesting of the plants is my tripod. I thought I'm just gonna have it here in the car, so I left my tripod at home. Not the most intelligent thing I've ever done. But in any case, that means that I've got those two extra people today, which is nice. Koi, let's go. Turn the camera around. So the camera in the car is now currently mounted. So before you tell me how unsafe I am, we do have a mounting to hold the camera like this. On the screen. Some songs stuck in my head, but I think I'll probably lose some viewers if I start bursting out in song. Okay, let's drop the kids quickly. So they are my bro wife's brother's children. I think that makes them my nieces. I think, yeah, I think that's your niece, your in-laws' children. I spend quite a bit of time in our house. Bia is quite a good horse rider, and Minky is quite a great animal lover. She fixes chickens with Ben and Mika. Hey Minky, you're quite a good animal doctor. Alright, so this is our office. It's just home here. The stone wall. Okay, children, have a wonderful day. And Eames, Mora, come jump in. You can just jump in quickly. Anywhere. Eames, you can sit in front. Eames, I can sit in front. So I'm making a video this morning, just so you know. So Eames is our builder that I said might show up today. But in any case, just your seatbelt, Eames. The car is complaining about you. This is the showgrounds in front here, like there. And wait, just have to stop for that car quickly. where our kickboxing used to be. Our schools doesn't all have their own private sports grounds. They all share the same municipal sports grounds right over here. Public and private both share the same sports grounds. Driving straight into the sun, so that might be a bit bad for the views. You'll have to look at my pretty face. I've just uploaded that video. I can quickly check if I can see some comments that's interesting. Hold on 1 second. Now this is obviously not that safe, but there isn't a lot of cars on the road, and could keep the conversation a bit more interesting. Permaculture part. Okay, so that video hasn't been uploaded, hasn't been seen yet. Permaculture comments. The very first comment is from Astria. Question: what do you feel is your biggest success on the land and is your least on the land in the last 5 years? Community, socially, personally. Okay, so my biggest success, I think, in general, except now for landing my wife and having her stay with me and keeping her happy and being a father. My biggest success is the YouTube community that we've structured around this thing, and um, without that, I wouldn't have been able to reach my second biggest success, which I believe is to keep going. Uh, you know, I often get up in the morning, look at my bank account, and think there's something that I can do better with my time to make more money. But the community keeps me grounded, keeps me positive about permaculture, keeps me positive that I might be able to make a living from this one day. So the community enables me to do what I think my biggest success is to wake up every day and start the permaculture thing all over again. Trees die, animals die. I've had so many permaculture failures, it's not even funny. I've had swales break. Um, Failure is almost my middle name, I feel, in any case. But because I was able to get these people together, and I think it's just luck, because if I look at other people's YouTube channels, I cannot see what I do better than them. I also cannot see necessarily what I do worse than them. I'm trying to be a better YouTuber, a better storyteller, but I've been lucky to gather this community around me that's so supportive and so encouraging. So that's I think my biggest success. Let me see if I can find those people. They must be around here somewhere. So this is Spar in front of me. Let me just call my people quickly and ask them where they are. So I warned them that we'll all have to speak British to one another today. Eames, where are you now?
Instead of medic clinic.
Oh, you're already there.
Yeah, we are coming there. Yeah.
Which street are you now?
We are in that direction of medic clinic.
That direction of me. Okay, let me go there.
From Spa
Yeah.
to that side of medic clinic.
Okay, then I drove past you. Okay, I'll come around.
Yeah, we are going to that tree that my boss was saying.
That we should harvest.
Yes.
Okay, great. I'll meet you at those trees.
All right.
Okay, mate. Okay, so they obviously somewhere in the past I walked past them or I drove past there with them, and so they know that is a place that we can harvest these things. Um, I should quickly Google what it's called because I can't for the life of me remember the name. It happens to me on video. I can speak about these things like 1,000 times. As soon as I put it on video, then For the life of me, I cannot remember the word. I almost want to say sisal, but it's not sisal. It's the one you make tequila with. Let me Google that quickly. Because it's on the edge of my tongue. Oh, yeah, they are. We just drove past them. Let's do that. Let's unplug the charger. Unscrew the camera. And let's go. Ims. Okay, yeah, you must tell me today. Good morning, Enzo. Morning, Ims, sorry. How are you, Ismail? So today we're constantly making a video, so you'll have to speak English to us today. Yeah. Ims, okay, so I organized with this lady about 2 weeks ago with the owner's daughter. So if they arrive and they want to shout at you, you open there, like that. You must give me a review on how's this versus the other katanas that we have, nee? If they are better or worse. They come from Finland. But in any case, so I spoke to the owner's daughter about this about 2 weeks ago. So if somebody comes, just give them my number, tell them that I spoke to them, to the daughter about 2 weeks ago. She spoke to the lady, and yeah, maybe they'll come and shout at you, but just tell them to give me a call. Okay. I'm not gonna call them now 8 o'clock on a public holiday to tell them we're here. So the idea is these things are babies. So each one of these things are a baby. So in a perfect world, we chop those things off and we harvest them. If you can do that, yeah. You'll see now they start dropping the babies as well. Okay, so we put all of them together, and then when I come back, we can come and load them. I'm just quickly gonna go and find Manette and Maureen and them. Okay, these ones that's very high, you can just chop them off there. Yeah, and have them full. If you can see the babies and you can pick them up, great. If there's a couple of babies that falls around, this is a good security fence for these people. They will make new babies. But that is what we are here. We also can harvest the seeds. See, those seeds are still green, so they'll most likely not grow. But you can then come around, and from here we'll be able to harvest thousands and thousands of them. I don't know if the people are still sleeping in here, so maybe try to be as soft as possible. Enzo, maybe chop that one down first. Let's see the amount of noise that you make. Okay, well, that was easy. That was much easier than anticipated. That's the thing about Namibia, bloody hell. I walk into the back and these thorns. It's just not a friendly bush. Yeah, but then you need to gather all the babies. Or should I come back with the bucket and then we gather all the babies? I think so. Okay, let's do that. What you can check for me is check if there's a bag on the back of the car quickly. Maybe then you can start putting the babies in a bag. Quickly going to call Manette and ask them where they are. Say again? Yeah, so how it works is you dry them out for a week and then you plant them around the fence of the farm. And then you have a place that looks like this. Nobody will enter. No bag. Okay. Maybe just start putting them on Ishmael quickly. I'll call Maureen and Manette and I'll quickly ask them where they are. Actually, much easier than anticipated. Much easier than anticipated. Call Maureen quickly. Maureen, where are you guys now? By the flag. Are you alone or is there other people with you? Okay, I'll go there quickly, go pick them up. Okay, send me a location on WhatsApp where you are. Yeah, I'll go pick them up. I'll see you now. Okay, mate. Okay, I'm coming now. It would have been better if we knew earlier about the car, but now you can see what it looks like driving into the township and where Maureen's and them's houses are from mine. These guys are actually way enough to harvest this. This will go quick with all these people, I think. Let me just turn this around. Okay, that door is open. Okay, so Manette and Maureen isn't together yet. I have to pick the one up and then the other ones. This luckily doesn't happen often. They normally have their own way to get to us. Okay, let me call Manette quickly. Oh, I must be spelling Manette now that I can't seem to find it on my phone. I'm so dyslexic that I spell names so differently every time I save them on my phone that I have to constantly think of all the possible ways I could have spelled it the last time. When I save them, when I search them, I need to start finding the ways on which I could have saved them. Now, Manette doesn't speak English, so I hope she understands this conversation. Manette, where are you now? Okay, I'm coming. I'll see you now. Okay, bye. Okay, so now we're driving from town into the township. I'll tell you when we cross the border, more or less. It's just driving into the sun, which isn't great. I think I should let me turn the camera a little bit off center like this. Like that maybe. And you can still see the houses past. You can still see my sexy face. You can get an idea of what it looks like. Um, let's see if we got another question while we're driving. So I'm driving slowly. There's no cars behind me. There's no cars in front of me. Please don't crucify me because I'm on my phone. Okay. Uh, okay, cool. Am I uh, able to walk through the construction of my net house? Lengths of poles, how wires are placed, doors, fittings, etc. Ivan is asking how is Simon? I have no idea how Simon is. I need to actually find out. He was quite sick when he left us. And so, okay, so that area there was now that we just crossed into the township. And so let me show you. This is the fancy part of the township. This was one of my biggest projects or biggest things that I've done. Is I sold these Erwin, hundreds and hundreds of them for very, very little commission. They were sold from the municipality to the public. But this is like the upper part of the township. It's not considered Otjiwarongo. Actually, that is considered Otjiwarongo on the side of the road that looks exactly the same is considered Orotaveni Township. But in general, this is a black only neighborhood. I don't know of any white people staying here. Um, the white people and the black people in Otjiwarongo are still relatively segregated by wealth, except the very wealthy areas. Um, it's sort of split, the blacks and whites are almost 50-50. But middle class is split by color, I would say. The township used to be split by tribe as well. And the people still call it Herero location, Damara location, Wambu location, like that. And in the olden days, you could see construction differences, you could see neatness differences. Um, Different tribes use different colors, so there were so many things like that. That has changed. I'm driving in the wrong direction. I'm talking so much nonsense that I'm driving in the wrong direction. Okay, let me turn. Let me turn. Let's go this way. Lisa joked and said I drive this stray dog. Lisa joked and said I drive a different road every time to confuse her because I didn't want her to find her way home. I like driving in different roads almost every time I drive, except into the township. Then I like to go there and come back. unless unless I'm showing properties, then I like to drive around a little bit and see what the area looks like and so forth. But for instance, like if I have to pick up my net, I normally drive the shortest route and the shortest route out and the shortest route back. So that's quite cool. I'll run through the net house as soon as we get back. How is Simon? Okay, let's see. There's some older questions that I can still answer. So this on the left, this is Karundu, on the right. This is Karundu School. There's a secondary and a primary school there. It's in the township and it's quite a good public school, I think. Okay. Community view all. And then not most relevant, newest. Let's take unresponded out. Let's take that out. Contains questions. Put a filter up that says contains questions. So this in front here needs to become a state hospital, but it's been here now for about 10 years. They've only built the fence, used all the money that they had to build the fence, and it never came to fruition. This is now township. This is still one of the better parts of the township. As you can see, there's no zinc houses or anything like that, but it's still, this is basically as township as you can get. Um, why don't you just put adjustable wheels on the corner and water and food containers attached to the side so that everything moves at once? It will only take one man to move. And that's a big round watermelon asking that about the big tractor about 2 hours ago. Yes, I've seen those. They look quite nice. So it's say 3x3 squares, wheels on the back, and then that thing is dedicated to be a big tractor. There's no, you can't put chickens in there because the wheels are attached. There's a gap like this below. Um, it's definitely not a crazy bad idea. You also don't have to remove the shade net and so forth. The only negative thing I can see about that is that then it's only a big tractor because the size is too big. And the construction might be a little bit more expensive because of the wheels. Wheels are quite an expensive thing, um, like $700 a wheel. Um, I don't understand why they are so expensive. It's almost as if wheelbarrow wheels are more expensive than car wheels. You know, small car wheels. Um, and then they still don't have an axle, so you have to find a way to put a proper axle with the bearings and so on in it. I'm sure I might be able to find cheaper wheels, but wheels I found as quite an expensive thing on anything that I want to do on the farm. It's a strange thing, but it's more expensive. Okay, so this is extension 8 here on the left. This needs to be still developed. Now they've got a soccer field here, but this will be developed into something that looks like this. Normal township admin. Okay, it's a bloody sun is just such a pain now for this camera quality. I think Manette's daughter is not gonna come and work today. And if it wasn't the filming day, I also would have left Manette out of the house. Or Manette to stay. My camera just fell off. Turning it in the same direction all day. All time. Also would have left Manette out to take the day off. It's almost not worth it to drive in all the way to collect her. This time of the day she should have been at work about an hour ago. Just for the hours of work. But it's a nice way for me to show you the township. Let me just put this camera back. It's a bad way to drive like this. One second. Stopping in the middle of the road, which is also not great. Okay, I'm going again. Switch my hazards off. So this is now considered formal settlements. It is a road. There's space for a sidewalk. The houses has got certain rules that you have to follow to build here. Even though it's township, it's definitely one of the bigger upper class parts of the township. Where Manette and them are living, that's the beginning of the informal settlement. Hmm. Taking chances so early in the morning. What a great idea. So on the right here, this is where we're building those African smiles, or we've built like 100 African smiles. You can see it's dusty there. I don't know, it doesn't look like you can pick it up on the camera, but it's so dusty that you can almost not see the sun That's part of the dust almost now for you guys. But anyway, okay, so yeah, we're out of the dust, out of the traffic. This is an informal road going into the informal settlement. Okay, so I'm gonna try my best to speak English to Minette. We'll have to see. I'll maybe say a couple of words in Afrikaans just to start quickly what I'm saying. But I'll keep repeating at least. I'll try to translate as we speak. Okay, so here she is. The kids are not coming today. The kids are there. I don't think they're coming today. Morning, Maureen. We are recording, ne? We are. Minette, we are recording. Are you working, Shelley? Yeah. Are you working today? Okay. I thought you were off today. Okay. Oh, okay. Bringing some chillers with you. Bye. Other kids are sad they're not coming. So we're recording the whole day today. It is your door, Shirley. Your door. Shirley, how much of English do you understand? Can you speak English? Not great. Where is Maureen's house? Will you direct me? Oh, oh, not Maureen's house. Where Maureen is? She said she's at the flock. Where's that? Okay, let me drive there quickly. I'm gonna sleep. Are you feeling better today, Shelley? You okay? Good. Good. This way. Okay. Say again? Straight. Okay. Is it Tommy hiding there? Is that a water pipe running under the road? Oh, they're building here. I wonder what are they? Bulk water supply, water pump station. Nice. Keep on turning the camera down. Let me just put it back up again. Okay. You can see all the rubbish on the side of the roads here. It's a giant rubbish operation. You can see the smoke laying over the township. One of my problems with using wood as a fuel, I am very pro using wood as a fuel on the farm because left. Ims's house is just behind us now. So I'm very pro using wood as a fuel on the farm. I should plug this GoPro in again. See, it's becoming flat. Um, just because, it's renewable, I feel. But when you use fire in the township, and everybody uses fire to do things, then the smoke is quite a problem. You can imagine if a place like London was run on fire, or New York or whatever, the smoke would just kill everybody. So in that case, it's not a great thing on the farm. It can sort of, if it's not blowing into your house, then it's actually great. It goes into the veld, and I feel it's even got a positive effect on the bushes around it, all the dust particles, carbon in the air. Um, but if you do it in the township, then it's just too much. Okay, where is she? Straight, left, right? There she is, okay. And so this is informal settlements. I think we can drive through the informal settlement quickly on the way back. Let's go this way. It might be a more interesting road to take. Maureen, come sit in front. Mora, we're making a recording the whole day today.
Oh.
So the whole day is one long recording. Did you sleep well?
Yes,
Nice and warm?
yes.
Good. It's your seatbelt, the car is gonna start complaining about it now. Okay, so on the side of the proper township you can see there's informal settlements. This is basically it. So it reaches almost all the way into town. But if you want to drive on the main roads, then you see a little bit less of this kind of reality and this kind of poverty around. So Maureen, let's talk about your house. How's that going?
It's going well.
Is it?
I'll just move into Morocco.
You didn't move in yet?
Not yet. I just make the ground nice, put water a bit so the dust cannot come in.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so like tomorrow I'll move in, but I'm done with the what? With the curtains. I put it on.
Somebody sent me some coffees to buy you a carpet, but it's not a lot. I don't know if you have a place where we can buy a second-hand carpet, or maybe I don't know if you like that grass that's in front of the house, that fake grass. Maybe if you want to put that in your house, or if you can find a carpet, you must look out for somebody that's selling a carpet. If you want to put that in your house,
Yes.
that might be a good
Yes.
thing. How's your kids? Are they
That,
adopting to town life quite well?
yeah, that's doing well.
Is it nice to have them, yeah, with you?
Yes.
That's good. I wonder if this thing is picking up my sound. I hope so. Anyway, okay, so maybe you must translate for me. You speak the same language as Shirley and Manette, eh?
Yes, I do.
So, Shirley and Manette, tell me quickly, what did you learn from working for us? Did you learn anything?
But the woman has a many a lot, kama.
A lot, a lot.
Yes.
Tell me. Praat met haar and she'll translate into English.
They learn a lot how to plant, how to put plants, give water, how to put, like how to give pigs food, even the horses. They learn a lot, kama.
Okay. What is the best thing about working for us?
Time best season, kama season sa. Best punta season sa. Oh, they learn to work with you guys is nice. You guys like to help people and how to put plants. They like to work with manure stuff to learn about the
Permaculture
garden.
and the
Yeah,
garden
the
and things.
garden.
And what is the worst part of working for us? Now I'm almost too scared to ask. But tell them to be honest. The worst thing about working on the farm.
Be honest with my here like they don't seem anything bad because to work with you guys is like they are open and they don't have any worse thing to tell me.
They don't have any worse things to tell me.
Yes.
Okay, well that gives me some relief. I was almost too scared to ask that
No,
on the camera.
no, it's fine. Like from my side, I will say thank you. I will say thank you from my side. I
Yeah, I should ask you the same thing. What is the worst thing? The laundry. Plenty of laundry.
No, it's my work, and you guys are even helping me out. So for me, I would say thank you. I'm grateful.
You are grateful.
I'm grateful.
Okay, so it's not that bad.
Nah, it's not that bad, Manir.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm glad that you enjoyed.
Yes.
Okay, so just for the camera's sake, we are back on the main road again. I abandoned the informal area just to get on a better road so we can meet those guys and pick up the things. Um, this is basically the main road in and out of the township. These properties on the side, I said to the people, these are gold mines, they should be bought. If anybody can afford them, they should be bought because this road will never get quieter than what it is now. It will always be this busy. There is a chance that there will be roads added to the side of the township, but this basically runs straight through the middle and it goes straight into town. It can't be widened really without taking away the sidewalks, and I don't think that will happen. It's not going to become a highway. Um, so I think this will always be this busy. So the houses on the sides will just become worth more and more and more. And I assume the municipality will allow any business zoning for these houses. So this will become a big business district. One of my first projects in town was to build this pep stores here for my father. This shop that's here, and Save More. I don't know if you knew that, Maureen.
Yes.
Did you?
Save more.
Yeah. So that was my first project to build that place.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was moving here.
Okay.
Yeah, we were
Nice.
building that Save More and that pep stores
Oh.
with Pumtiu, the owner of Spar.
Yeah, the owner of the spa, yeah.
Yeah, back then. He was the one pushing the money, and then my father was the one running the project, and I was the one on site every day, standing like this, pouring the concrete, and I learned a lot. Uh, my father used to walk past me, and he shows me his finger like this, saying, I shouldn't be standing up straight, I should stand like this. If he sees me standing up straight, he knows I'm not working. I should have my back pain. But that was one of the biggest gifts my father gave me, is to let me work hard. So, great things, like I said. Freddy, lekker man, lekker. Okay, ek kan nou vir jou kom wys. Okay, I'll come and show him. Lekker man, okay, bye. That was just a call from my neighbor. He renting Cornell's property. He's got a water line issue. Water between the meter and the house is leaking somewhere, but that's a big issue on those farms. You need a pipe of a diameter, I think a wall diameter of this big, just to keep it from bursting, because water pipe bursts. If it's something that I don't even know if that would work, but I know some of the other people have got pipes that looks like they're out of the movies. They've got diameters like this on the edges. It's not a pipe that you find easily, and I assume it's crazy expensive. But our water pressure sometimes is nothing, and then all of a sudden, like there's a hammer effect um, with that. So, okay, this on our left is the state hospital. Now, many moons ago, before independence, these were state-of-the-art hospitals. Ever since independence, maintenance have been neglected. It is now dark halls where you don't want to lie in. It feels like when you walk in there, it feels like you're dying. What is your experience of the state hospital, Maureen?
I'm not used to come this year.
Yeah, where do you go if you are sick?
Yeah, but not like going to the hospital. If you come even here, the hospital is a problem. You have to sit and wait for the doctors. Sometimes I'm just going to buy pills up here.
So you go to the pharmacy
Yeah,
rather.
pharmacy
Yeah,
rather to come to the hospital.
go be sick at home.
Yeah, cause sometimes if I'm really sick, then I'm coming.
Okay.
But they're just giving us painkillers.
Have you ever spent some time in the hospital lying in there and
Yes, with my daughter.
with your daughter?
Yes, she was very sick.
She was very sick.
Yes.
Okay, so at least that helped you.
Yeah, at least that helped me.
Yeah. So there's definitely a space for socialized medicine. I'm very far from being a socialist or pro-socialism. Very much for private businesses. Very, very much so. But in a country with so many poor people, this is my daughter. Good day, young lady. Hi. What is up? I'm on my way. About 30 minutes. What? Nope. Okay, bye. She wants me to stop at this shop because she would like some juice. I told them all that we should speak British today for the camera.
Yes.
Okay, so we are back close to where Ims and them are. We're quickly going to pick up some plants before we drive out to the farm. How will I drive close there without getting flat tires? There's too many thorns there, I think. Maybe do that side road and just pull up next to the road. And so you can also do the ones on the other side, eh? Do you know that? All the way. Everything that you can get. Okay, I think I'm gonna stand here. And then you ladies can start loading. Just watch your hands, né? So you don't get injured.
Yes.
I'm gonna stand here with the hazards on. Let me just turn around quickly. I almost got a ticket the other day for standing in the road facing in the wrong direction. Let me just stand here. Okay, you can jump out and start loading. All those babies, everything. The poles we don't have to load. Just the babies, baby plants. Plug it out. Can't believe I forgot my tripod. I never didn't think about getting out of the car. It's saying I'm always the sharpest cookie in the closet. Yeah, all of those. You can try to cut this off and leave the wood, otherwise we're not gonna fit everything. You can move the car forward. Hallo? Yes. Ek sal dit vandag doen. Okay, right? Okay, so there's plenty of babies here. Try to keep the wood out. So just cut those things off. Poles, if we're gonna add the poles, we're not gonna have enough space. Yeah, we can add them. I'm not sure if they will grow, but we can try. These things are called agave. Just um, Googled them because I couldn't get to the word agave plants. This is not obviously not the right type to make tequila with, but it is a agave. No, I don't think you can make tequila with this. It might be interesting if we plant so many thousands of them that we can make tequila. But you can now imagine there's a little thorn there on the wall, but before you get there, you have to cross these things, and they burn like hell. I don't know if there's a poison or something, but they burn like hell if they enter you. I've got a knuckle that I punched into one probably about a month ago. Okay, obviously it's not great to put those things in your knuckles, but it's still sore. It still oozes some stuff every couple of days. I take some things out, and so it just doesn't heal. So climbing through these things is not that easy. You'll have to have a machete, and even then, it's not going to be a fun journey. You just make it a little bit more difficult for people to cross into your land with this, and it's cheap. And the maintenance is very low. You have very, very little maintenance. You just have to chop them back every now and then. And then obviously once the stick comes out, they die. That's what it means. As soon as this stick comes out, they die. So, and they're also fire resistant. So if you have a border like this and the fire comes, the fire will not cross them. If they might burn, but very, very slowly. Obviously this burns, and they burn very, very slowly. So much slower than grass. They say it like that. So it's definitely a nice way to be resistant against fires. Um, Maureen, I see there's a lot that. Come check here for me quickly. You ladies, just be careful. But take these ones out that fell between the plants. Just be careful for these thorns. Nee. Get the other ladies to come and help you. Some that fell in between the plants when they were chopping them off. Just be careful, Manette. Careful and slowly, ne? Slowly, slowly. Okay, so reading comments. Three Rivers Forges. Well, it's loading very slowly. Let's see if I can. Some YouTube comments, but it doesn't want to load now. It just came in just now. Okay, let's go. Oh, meant to mention, can you leave a floating wild raft in the pool? This is JD something. In the pool so the owls and other wildlife can float. Yeah, we should do that. We should. Enzo, before I forget, will you put something in the pool for me today? Wood or something that floats, so that if an animal falls in there, a bird or something, that they can climb on top of it. Will you remember that? Because I will forget. Okay. Okay, so Enzo will remember that. Beshi says he just wants to see me break a sweat. He just wants to see me work. Okay, so if I have my tripod again later today, I can dig a hole or something. He just wants to see me farm. Uh, okay, you is from Finland. Says, I think the idea of making and expanding one pick and tractor first is a really good idea. That way you can refine the design first and possibly not waste some materials. When you are happy with the first one, start the second one. And you should definitely call them pick and tractors. I think that is the new name. Pick and tractors. I think I like that idea. How many trees could you buy for the same amount of money? This is now regarding the amount of money we're going to spend on the bottle. Obviously, you can buy like easily 60 trees for the same amount of money. Biggest problem is that 60 trees need 60 trees amount of water, and we simply don't have that amount of water unless we buy it. We will have to water them somehow, and so 60 trees will be 60 dead trees if you don't water them. That is the biggest problem. When you seed over the pigs, uh, will you seed over the pigs? Where or are you waiting for the wet season? The bare soil likely doesn't have much of the seed bank. Something like daikon, radish plus native pioneer plants would make a good mix. Soil break animal crop, established biology. Why remove pile manure? Are you collecting the pig manure for your market garden? Okay, so no, I'm not removing it. I made a compost heap, but I don't think I'll do that in the future. Currently, we're not spending money on seeds there. We hope for the natural seed bank to grow. We are going to spend all the money on trees. It might be, regrowth trees. It might be fruit trees, but every single cent will be spent on trees and water and infrastructure to make that forest grow. Um, Grasses will depend on nature to bring us some grasses. We're not going to spend any money on vegetables, except for Mikon's garden. It is going to be a tree first system. There's a lot of trees that we can plant, like Lucina and so forth, but those will all be planted in rows. Between the rows, will depend on nature to um, give us grass seeds. It's simply a money thing. Uh, Lisa said, I can see most of your problems would be solved with money. She is very, very right. So many of my permaculture dream problems will be solved by just adding more money. Very interesting indeed. Okay, I wonder. We're obviously not loading these things now, but this could have actually been quite a good stick mulch. I wonder if the pigs would eat it. I wonder how a pig would act to a plant like this, whether they'll find a way to chew through it or what they will do if these were everywhere. There's Lucina here as well. I think we should go and harvest some Lucina. You're having Enzo drive. Move that cone out of the way so people don't feel like they have to drive here. Don't know who decided the cone in the road is a great idea. Let's move these two out of the road. I don't think they serve a purpose otherwise other than just disturbing the traffic. Is this the last pile? Oh, there's more there. I wonder how many plants are in here now. Must be quite a bit. Did you have the uh, did you have the handle of wires inside empty pen body tube, no friction, the torque of the wooden fork? Okay, so this is regarding water appointment. No, I just had normal wires in my hands. People said I should do copper wires. We'll probably do that as well. Great update on the tractor plans. Um, so after removing, this is Tesha, after removing the pigs from an area, you gather the material. This is still some, uh, what do you call it? Some punishment I'm getting from removing that mulch. I will never do that again. I'm sorry. I will never move the mulch again. I just wanted to do it to make a little compost heap. Beshi says very generous of them. 35,000 interest-free noise. He's asking about the water. When the water enters your land, how does it flow? Where is the end of that flow? Where is the water percolate into the ground? Are there any places that are always greener than others? There's other options still depending upon rain, but is what they use in Venice, Italy. They're surrounded by water, but it's all salt water. The only fresh water they get is from rain. As this system supplies the entire city. You dig big pits and line them with clay. Basically, do a big hole, fill it with clay, then dig the middle out. They divert all rainwater from building into these pits. Yeah, there will be water harvesting structures. As long as I live, I will be adding more and more water harvesting structures and recharge that borehole. I cannot see how I will be able to, at this stage, be able to take more water from the land than what we're putting down into the ground. Even if we drill and we take a lot of water, we'll still be adding more down into the land than what we're taking out of it. Um, in Paraguay, they have the same situation. If they drill into salt water, but what they do have is they have these floods. So they make these ponds, and then when the floods come, they go lay in these ponds, and then that presses the they drill into that, and they use that fresh water throughout the year, and then they wait for the floods again, and the flood waters brings in fresh water, and that's the way they handle the salt water. Okay. You see this camera is on 16%, so it might die before we reach the farm. I have a spare battery there. I think I'll probably quickly use my phone for an hour or two for recording. See how that works. Okay, are we ready to drive back? Okay, let's do that. We never thought about how everybody's gonna fit now. Maureen will have to sit on your lap. Ames is not gonna have him get invited twice for that. It sounds like a good plan for him. Okay. Did we all get away without injuries?
Yes.
Good. Seat belts. Do you think it will work if we put these plants around the farm? All around the fence? It will keep some people out. Maybe some sheep in. I always take the wrong road. This one only leads to a one way. But okay, let's do that. Okay, so this area of town is zoned for hospitality. This church in front here is the 7 Days Adventist church. They focus very much on the Sabbath being on Saturdays. If there's somebody from the 7th Day Adventist church in my comments, I would like to hear a little bit more. As far as I know, basically the same as other Christians, just seeing the Sabbath, which is on a Saturday, as one of the more important parts of their religion. It's as if they're named after it almost. So, just turn around here. Okay. Water towers and water systems on the left. NAM Water is our water supplier, nationwide water supplier. It's a parastatal or a statal agency, I'm actually not sure. But they sell water to the town. So they drill to the north of us about 40 kilometers on a farm called Omarasa. They have 4 drill wells, and they drill there and they supply this whole town. This water comes from that hole there. And so we used to have, just on the other side of me, there used to be a percolation pond where they used to percolate water for the municipality. They used to drill there as well. When my father was younger, that was a big swamp area that they made to just put water into the land to get water for this town. And the water running from my land is one of 3 rivers running into that swamp area. And now I see the walls have been broken. It's still, every time they report on the country's waterways, they still report as if that dam is active. But all the water that runs in just runs out. There's no more swamp area. They broke it all down. I'm actually not sure why it was discontinued and why it's no longer in use. That water then runs into the Ugap River, and the Ugap River runs to the sea. Now the Ugap River is the one where we drove the other day, where the elephants used to be. So the water that falls on my land is actually destined for elephants if we didn't stop it. And obviously between us and the coast, there's a big desert area. Now, um, there might be a thing that they say that water is destined for elephants or whatever, and that is why maybe I should just plug the GoPro in quickly, see if I can keep it alive until we reach the farm. There you go. Hopefully that helps. I don't know if it's charging, but we'll see. Anyway, so maybe they said, listen, we need that water in the desert for the elephants or something, and that's why they broke the swamp. I'm sure there's some method behind the madness. The institution still runs quite well. Um, it's one of the better governmental institutions. So this is where we picked up the grass yesterday, and then the kittens were laying in the grass over here. Some of them were eaten already. What's the guy saying? Just ask there quickly. What's the story? What are they saying?
They said nothing with the
Oh, they're just being silly.
Yes.
Okay. So uh, two of the kittens were bitten dead already when we found the baby kittens, and they picked up three baby kittens. Did you see the kittens yesterday? So them. And so yeah, so there's people that said we should leave them in the veld. If we left them, chances of survival would have been very, very slim. Okay, so this is the way from down to our land. There's a big river running past here when it rains. It starts almost here, and then it stops, continues, and that's the width of it, and then it stops over here. So that's about 50-60 meters water running wide, running over that land, and then it reaches the dam. Once that dam fills up, then it goes to my land, but that doesn't happen often. This here on the left, called Sekelbos, that is an area that me keeping turning the camera makes it want to fall down the whole time. Let me just, I should learn to turn the camera only in one direction. Just 1 second, let me just fix this camera quickly. Okay, let's try that. Okay, and then the power again. That is a area, the owner of Spar wanted to turn this whole place into a homeowners association way back when, and then the developer gave him that piece of land to hold festivals, and the money is generated from the festivals should have then gone for security of the plots. Now that never happened, and a lot of the residents didn't want to be part of a homeowners association, and so the municipality said there's no way that is going to happen, and so none of these roads then became private. I was one of those people that didn't want to become part of a homeowners association. Um, I just don't like the idea of somebody putting letters into my gate saying, well, blah 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 blah. There's already enough laws and things for the municipality. I don't want to abide even more people's laws. But in any case, so that never happened. But they still use it for festivals, and I think now they just pocket the money. Just I don't mind. It's a good thing. It's not necessarily what I like to do. I'm not a festival going guy, but for the people that like it, it's festival that is in Afrikaans, which I'm obviously very proud of. Proud to be Afrikaans, and it's a festival in Afrikaans. and it sort of brings out our culture, and it shows that to the rest of the world. Um, the things that we do and the music we like. It's not very much what I am like at all. That's one part of my culture. The party and the drinking part of my culture, I'm not very proud of. My people drink a little bit too much, but I think in general for the culture, it's a good thing to be proud of. In any case, so that's the story there. On the right here, there's a psychologist staying. Then on the left, that's the game farm where we always see the giraffes. Then on the right here, this is a big electrical engineer guy staying there. So this is basically the wealthy part of town. The owner of Spar used to stay here. He bought two, 10 hectares next to each other and gave them this great game fence. He's got very expensive animals in there, including giraffes. And then next to him, there's his wife, sister's child, or something staying there. He used to be an actor. He's quite a famous person. He stays there, and I open the land between them so the animals can go between them. On the right here, there's some wealthy government officials that bought also 10 hectares next to one another. They've got quite a good agricultural system going there. I think they drilled a hole. Well, I know they drilled a hole. I built a dam for them to sink water in for the borehole. Um, then that house on the hill, that is a bookkeeper. They bought they built in a barn style house. I've also got some game animals into their land. Um, they do a lot of bush maintenance, which is interesting. So they have people walking into the bush, trimming bushes and taking some things out, but they leave it very natural. This guy staying here, he's probably the wealthiest person in town, I think. He owns a lot of petrol stations and petrol transport systems. So that's very interesting. Then we're getting closer to my land. The wealth drops from here. These are just normal people staying here. Don't know much about them, but they're more or less the same as I am, I guess. Same financial class. Um, then this is Jack. He's my neighbor. He built two dams and he's got a borehole as well. Built two dams after he saw my swales, drilled a hole, and so he believes that my swales has lifted up his borehole quite a bit. He asked me whether I'm going to be unhappy. See, there's a water harvesting structure there. Whether I'll be unhappy if he keeps water from my land. And I said, no, just push everything down into the ground as much as you can. And so I'm very happy he did that. Um, and then here is where my land starts. Okay, so this GoPro is on 8%. Quickly gonna see if I can change the battery as soon as we drive into the house. Continue a little bit more. I hope you enjoyed my driving around a little bit. I'll see if the other video is up yet. Maybe I can get this one up as well. I'm not sure where to put all of these baby plants. We'll have to find a place quickly to dry them out and where we can plant them maybe close to one another. Maybe there where the ducks and the lucerne and all of those things are. I think that's probably the best. We'll do that. I just want to start their roots, take them out, and then go plant them next to the fence. Have them dry for a week or two, spread them out, and then I accidentally left the Enzo at the gate now. Yes. What are they saying? talking to other people, not to me.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let me show you quickly where we'll spread these things quickly. Okay. Take the camera out. Okay, so the idea, Ims, the idea is to take those things and just spread it here so they can dry out. We need to remove them from the babies need to be removed from, if they're stuck still, they need to be out like this.
Okay.
They not attached like that.
Okay.
See, I see I'm down here. So those ones, if the baby is still attached to the stick, you need to just remove it like that, and then dry it. Spread them out lightly. Next week we'll put them in the soil. Give them water so they can start growing. Okay, but place all of them there. The seeds we can just put between them. If they grow, and if they don't, then they don't. Good. Switch off the car. Grab my phone and go charge this camera. I'll see you now. Okay, so we've been off the line for about an hour now. Let me show you quickly what you've missed. So, Luki, show us what you're doing. Han? Luki is quickly building a little thing for these things here. Taking the pipes away and then building a wooden fence here. Lisa and Jonita planted some, I don't actually know what to call these plants. Yeah, but the dogs have been going in with them. So that's a problem. Okay, so that's the one thing. Let me see here quickly. Vitalis, what is it? Somebody's looking for me. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, next thing that happened is we have disabled the spiral garden. I'm gonna rebuild it. Vitalis is bringing sand in from the river. Sorry, I'm planning too fast. Vitalis is bringing sand in from the river, and Ismail is going to be building it. Ismail, okay, so what we do is this is your center spot here. Okay, let's just drag a normal circle like that. Go on at 990. Come to the side first. I quickly want to see how much space we'll have between the things. Just come there. I quickly just want to check the middle point. Okay, start there. Okay, so that's 900. Okay, go around. Go all the way around. Go. Go. Continue. Now we have our outline. Okay, go. You can go all the way. Oh, sorry, I see I'm holding it too tight. Okay, so now we have our outline. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2. You can pack starts. Okay. Just we can remove them as we go on. But that's basically what it comes down to. Okay, I think the outline you can leave. Just bring this one in for me like this. And then let's fix this. How did we do this? Comes there. That's it. Okay, so I'm back online. My spiral finally came to fruition. For some reason I couldn't get the picture in my head on how to join it. And Ishmael is busy mixing lime. This lime we actually got to put out the campsites and things like that. And then I read about the instructions. We ended up using droppers and poles. So now I'm gonna use it to make a nice whiter joint. So to color the cement a little bit whiter than what it was. So that is what is happening there. Okay, let's quickly walk to where Vitalis is loading things. So Vitalis is doing the cement. Ims and Enzo quickly went to go and pick up the pig food from Safemore, which we couldn't pick up yesterday. And they are quickly going to buy the hinges for the worm drums. They are going to buy kitten milk. We've just lost one kitten. We can't find a kitten bottle, so we've been feeding with syringes. And we made a mix that Gemini told us that we should make. But yesterday the pet shop was closed. This morning the pet shop is opened. I have kitten milk. And so we're doing that. What are you doing, Moremi?
The horses and give them a bit of water.
Water for the horses.
Yeah.
Lekker. Where's Vitalis busy? Okay. Are you winning, Vitalis? Where are you collecting sand from? From there. Okay. Yeah, see, this is actually a nice quality building sand that we have as a free resource. Shop. The wheelbarrow squeaking always makes me laugh. So this is his sand pit. So somebody said to me, why don't you dig a hand well, save thousands of dollars, and employ locals? Now, I have a extreme fascination with a hand dug well. It's amazing to me. I mean, this is almost, I would say this is about a Lucas stall. I don't know if you can see with the camera showing there. But that's basically, let me just go there quickly. This is basically a Lucas stall. It was dug by hand. Now it took a long time of us harvesting sand, but it's possible. Now, somebody shared a diagram yesterday on Discord, which I seriously suggest you join if you haven't joined it yet. It says the water here on our land should be 5 meters deep. However, my neighbor has drilled. He got his first water on 37 meters, and then that's water, and then you have to go deeper so that you have a sump from which you can pump. Now, below 8-9 meters, you start having problems with oxygen and stale air, and it's dangerous. I once been on a farm, and this guy dug a deep well next to his pond, and he explained how one of his workers passed out there at the bottom and how they pulled him out luckily in time. It becomes very dangerous if you go deep. Now, our shallowest I think that we can do is 10 meters. If we dig close to the river, we might be lucky and we might be able to find water. The other thing is you need to case it, otherwise it might collapse. So way deep down, if you're lucky, depending on the structures, you can decide, okay, I'm not going to case it, I'm not going to dig it in. But in good practice is to build something around it. So saving money is definitely not something, and then the danger of digging is something. However, saying that, I haven't given up on my hope to dig a well. I would really like to be able to dig a well, and so what I'm thinking is that other spot that I showed you this morning in video 1, where that guy showed, there's trees overhanging, it's quite close to the river, shallow water and this river's water. I mean, this soil is wet here as we speak, and the raining season has been over for quite some time. I believe you'll find water there if you dig a hand well. I'm thinking of going wide, say 10 meters wide, and digging a meter like this, and then building a thing around with bricks, and then stepping it up like that, and then going down another meter, and then doing that again. So if we step half a meter, you lose a meter on every meter you go down. So on 10 meters, that will 10 meters wide will then be 10 meters deep as well. Then it is a step well. Then you can add little steps going from this level to that level, and from that level to the next level, and from that level. So you can actually walk to the bottom of a 10-meter well. Not only is it a super beautiful structure to me, those step wells in India is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. A step well is a better way, and I think it's because the base is wider, it's also safer. I'm strongly considering that, building something like that. If and then you can use that soil in, there's a million and two places where you can use that soil on the farm, but you have basically the 10 by 10 cubes. It's 100 cubics of sand. Yeah, 10 by 10 on your level, so it's 1,000 cubics of sand, let's say. Okay, they go a bit smaller as well. So my math isn't mathing quickly now, but it's about 100 on the first level, let's say 90 on the second, and it goes lower until you've got a hole that's just this size. And then you can decide on that whether you just want to go like straight down, depending on whether you found water or not. That's my thinking on a hand dug well. It's not dangerous to dig. You don't have a problem with implosion. It's basically an upside down pyramid. You don't have a problem with people dying. I'm not a great fan of people dying. That's my thinking on that. Right. Let's go see what else is happening. Okay, so no minute was looking for me, but I did I've placed my phone on airplane mode so I can make this video. How much of this did they spread before I gave them other work? I think Vitalis can come and spread this out more. Ishmael was busy here until I gave him other work. One of the biggest problems we have is how much different projects we have going on. So this could easily be a day's worth of labor for somebody to spread it out correctly. Ideally, you don't step on it. You need to break them off, have them dry for a week. And maybe just spread it around the property at some stage. Vitalis? Of Luki? Vitalis? Of Ismail, wie is daar? Moremi? There is a Moremi. Come here, please. No, it's okay. Moremi? Oh, this is our Lucerne field over here. Moremi is just cleaning the stable. Will you please put a sprayer up here for me? Oh, okay. To water the Lucerne. Yeah. Let's do that quickly. Get the longer hose pipe. Yeah, any hose pipe will do. So our son got hammered by the chickens and the ducks, and so I need to water him daily now to see if I can get some growth. Winter isn't great for lucerne growth, and the ducks obviously they will still eat everything that's coming back, so I need to move them into the chicken city as fast as I can. So that's something that needs to happen. Stepping on this feet, that's the problem. I don't know how much punishment I can take. I don't know. I would love to hear if you have ever seen us, those step wells in India. They've been on my mind, well, for years, ever since I got the property. Digging a step well. I really love the idea. I've been thinking of digging it in the river, but you will definitely get into some sort of trouble, I'm sure. And they're expensive. The well isn't a cheap thing. The casing is I've seen this with building yard walls. You think a yard wall is just something you can quickly build, but it's actually really, really bloody expensive. Almost as expensive as building a house. Even if you build a single wall and you make it cheap, the amount of bricks that goes into a yard wall or into that upside down pyramid, that's a double story building you're talking about. 10 by 10, that's the price of a house. Now you obviously don't have to do everything at once. You're not going to be able to dig the whole everything at once, but it's not a cheap project. You might be something serious at school, but it's also safer because you've got these steps. If a child or a horse or whatever falls into it, not that I'm planning on throwing my children into the step well or horses. For that matter, you'll obviously put fences and things around it, but it is safer than a traditional well. We wouldn't have to take the Sabbath to rescue the donkey out of the well. Oh, this one's been pre-broken off, is quite cool. I'm going to let that one dry out a bit more before I break them off. I wonder if you leave them like this, whether they will start composting. Most likely. Still have quite a lot of them in the net house that we need to sort out.
Yebo. Cricket, Cultivate. Dan is for
What are you saying, Moremi?
Luke is asking where I got this house pipe, the longer one.
Ah, okay.
I got it at Damien's
At
Forest.
Damien's Forest.
Yeah.
Just see, there's becoming a plague here if we don't manage it correctly. And we'll have these things around here for the next 200 years. I was going to say this looks like roses, all stuck together like this. You can already see they want to start making roots. They're already sprouting roots. So that's quite a cool thing. I've been thinking of just walking next to the fence and spreading them out like that, and see the ones that survive how they do. I think the logical higher successful rate will be, I don't know when I will get more babies. I think I've got the whole town here now. There's 2 or 3 places where there's still babies, but in any case, probably makes more sense to have them root first somewhere where you can control, and then just before the rainy season, plant them out next to the fences. Yeah, that's not bad. So maybe I have to dry out a little bit more before we split them. Yeah, the thing that you should be scared of is them being too on top of one another. And obviously, I don't think they like getting wet at the moment. I think they need to dry out first, like any other cactus. I just stabbed myself. These things burn like hell. How did I manage that? Like a dog, crashing like a dog. That is duty. Shirley? I don't know what they're busy with. What is Shirley busy with? I think Manette is busy with that. Okay, for the sake of making the movie more interesting, let's go check what everybody's up to quickly. So we haven't seen the owl yet. Again in a couple of days. Love to know where she sleeps at night. She was in this tree over here. Are you winning, Ishmael? I did order you a new trowel. Truffle, it will be on, it's coming now. So you can build better. Apparently this line should make the cement feel nicer as well. It does look nice. It's nice and soft. See, you didn't mix it all the way through. Still some wood that you're mixing for your Vitalis. Or did you mix it yourself? Vitalis. Vitalis is an expert at hiding from work. Oh, when I was busy, stabbed my shovel in there. got some sand from the bottom. So obviously Vitalis didn't do a great job at mixing. So we'll have to again to get it into a consistent jam. Silly shovel this. How many wheelbarrows did Vitalis bring? 4. 4. So there's 4 wheelbarrows here. Okay. Yo? Who? They're waiting. Okay, then I need to pause this video. They are waiting for money from me. Okay, let me do that quickly. Okay, I'm back online. Okay, we are back. I thought this will be a 8-hour continuous video. It's amazing how many little things you have to do. I have this okay, let me show you quickly first the build before I tell you this amazing story. I am blessed out of my socks. So the spiral is coming along nicely. I think it's going to be look much better when it's built than what it looked like being stacked. Okay, let me tell you a great story quickly. The gate for the chicken to the chicken city is in. A couple of weeks ago I did a question and answer thing, and people asked me what tool do I really need, and Lisa was so unhappy with me, which I can understand. She said you need a planter, you need this, you need that, all sorts of things, and you said you basically don't need anything, but I did mention that I need a laptop. For instance, this whole thing here today would have been easier with a laptop today, a proper laptop, because I'm so much struggling getting footage from the GoPro onto the hard drive through the rubbish laptop that I have, or from the phone onto the YouTubes through the rubbish laptop that I have. A laptop is an important thing. And so Inixs mailed me and said, listen, I have a laptop for you. He's got another name, but he prefers to just go by that screen name. XSIXS, something like that. But he's been a viewer of mine for many years, or for many moons, and I'm very grateful. He mailed me and said, listen, I have this laptop. Now, the laptop that he's sending me is beyond comprehension to me. It's just something that I would never be able to afford, or couldn't have been able to afford for a very long time. And so, can I send it to you? I have this extra laptop. And I said, yes, please. And so I quickly had to now talk to DHL. They not receiving the documents that I filled into them. I've sent it to them now from a different email account. They said they think their system is slow. This whole thing took an hour just to do that. Any case, okay, so this is happening, and then it is almost lunchtime. I should have done this a little bit earlier. Almost fell over those bricks. There's an hour before lunch, so we'll have a late lunch today. But let's quickly go make a thing. Are you winning, Luki?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, Auntie Maureen. Wait. What's that? You didn't wash the teapot properly before you made the tea, Donna.
Ish.
Now we're drinking ants. Wash the teapot properly and then start afresh. Okay, let's make some chicken. Chicken. Did you enjoy it, Mika?
Yeah.
Great, a little bit of protein never harmed anybody.
It wronged me now.
Okay, so chicken, took that out of the freezer yesterday. Let me just see if I can get a better angle here. And this black thing. Put that up here. Before I start touching the chicken, I should probably wash my hands. I just came from outside. So, this is our washing basin. All right. Chicken. So it's a good thing my wife isn't here, because my meals doesn't go off very well. Sometimes when I make a meal, I think she would rather push her. So if you want to close this door. She'd rather push her finger into her eye than eat what I have prepared. I am quite well known for being an excellent chef. No laughing allowed. So I'm just gonna open the chicken up a little bit. See what I do here. So this is, hi, camera. I think Brenda can't wait until he arrives one day just so he can teach me how to cook. But just like my jokes, I enjoy my cooking. So I enjoy the jokes I tell, and I enjoy the food I make. And to me that's quite important. My kids also sometimes eat what I make, especially when it's just something simple like this. Yeah, I don't feel like taking that apart. Maybe. Very often I just put the whole chicken in. Sometimes it's easier. And then you take it apart once it's done. Alright. Okay, so now, me do that. Oh, you didn't see that. That sucks. I thought you saw me take the chicken apart, but it basically looks like this. Top separate, bottom separate, both drumsticks on the side. So this whole side is taken off. Okay, let's move this thing back, like such. The onions and a couple of potatoes. Now that the kettle has boiled, you can make tea for your sister. And remember to point this kettle away from the cupboards when you cook it, eh? Remember that.
Dad, yes, Dad.
That's it. Okay. Let's get a plank. It's the wooden planks. Sorry, folks. The bums off. them in rough pieces. Chuck that in there. There's actually quite a lot of onions in that chutney, which I'm going to add now as well. But normally, when I do an oven chicken like this, I don't add chutney. I add some onions and potatoes, and then I cook it. But I have more chutney now than I have canning process. So I'm gonna add a nice bit of bulk bit of chutney in here. 2 onions is good enough for the family. Couple of 4 potatoes. Just wash them quickly. Koi. Then cut them into 8 pieces. Little black spot. Cut his butt out. There you go. And then add chutney. Boom chakalaka. This is a fresh batch. It's still nice and warm. Very vinegary. My Jamie says the vinegar will dissipate in the next couple of weeks. Okay, there's quite a lot of fat in the chicken as well. You don't need to add any oils. Our oven is still a spoon operated version. This button broke. But not only did it break, the whole internal mechanism doesn't want to work together. So even if you can use the button, you actually need to fix it somehow. It doesn't want to stay on. It's an internal thing somewhere. We don't have a DeFi agency in Namibia. I think I found one in South Africa, but it's a praying matter. This thing has been broken for a long time. So you add the spoon like this, press the button, son. Wait, okay, just keep on pressing it. One thing you don't want to do, okay, and then, okay, you can stop pressing the button. See, down there is gas. So currently it's basically a on-off model. The oven is either on or it's off. Somehow with that, Mika made an amazing cake yesterday. And then you just leave this in there until it's done. And then you eat. You can add some rice to it. If you add moisture to it, water or whatever, just before it's done, add some rice to it. The rice pops up, and you've got a one dish meal. We'll probably add Maureen made some pap, so we'll have that chicken. Pap is basically maize meal and water and a little bit of salt. That is good. I'm hoping you enjoy your tea. Yeah, so that's happening. Right, so how long did that take? That was fast, and it's done. Donna, I want you to come and help Ishmael with the building. I want you to fill the walls. Or they might be taking lunch. Ishmael, are you guys first taking lunch or are you working through? Are you taking lunch? What time? What time is it now? Is it 1 o'clock? Okay, go take some lunch. And then we continue. All the first mix, is it finished? All the cement from the first mix. First mix is in. Okay. When you are finished, I want you to teach this boy how to fill up these holes. They can start helping you to build this thing. Okay. Then just leaving it open. You just go up, so the sun goes up and up and up and up. Like this, all the way. Here it's about high. I think the next level you can maybe rise it here with the stone, with the brick. Okay. But you can just do it here. You can don't go up too fast. If you go up too fast, then
No, just follow the road.
yeah. But I mean, if you go too fast, if you start lifting it here now and you lift it here again and you lift it there again, you lift it here again, you lift it here again, you lift it here, then by this time you're coming here. So maybe lift it once now, and then the second time here, and then the third time here, like a step. But we only have a certain amount of these red bricks, and I don't want you to run out too fast. So you don't go up too fast. Okay. One by one. But I mean, I can start the next one here. Okay. Don't start the next one there. Start right here. Okay. And then just lower it with cement like you did there. Just here. That's fine. And then the next one, you can lift here. Yeah. I think that's the fastest you should climb. If you climb faster, for instance, if you start here, start lifting it here already, and it's going to up too fast. You're going to use too many bricks. Yeah. Over there. Lekker. Enjoy your lunch. I'll send you some chutney so you can use it on your food. Okay, about after lunch, 3 o'clock. Enzo, wait before. Tell me quickly, what is your plans?
I'm just drilling some
Hinges in, okay?
hinges in here.
And then?
And then we'll just put the lock here so that they
Show me maybe on this one what you've done here. So making this long continuous video, I realized the video making is the smallest problem. Actually working with files so incredibly big, stitching them together on a laptop that doesn't want to stitch things together. Working with the external hard drive is much more difficult than anticipated. So from 2 until 3 I've been struggling with software issues, trying to...
This is what we did here.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. And then, okay, so how much juice is in there? Not a lot.
Yeah.
We need to see how much of that we can wash out. Okay. And then what's the rest of the plans? What's the idea?
We're gonna cut here open as well.
Big enough for a shovel to get in.
Big enough for shovel to go in.
Okay. And then just make it flat. Then below there, at that thing, we put a shade net cloth in. So there's a shovel space here somewhere. And so you can take,
Just here.
yeah, above the hole.
The hole,
Okay. You can put a shovel, you leave a space here. So there's always a little bit of water. Put space here for the shovel to get in. Okay, put it back up again. And then hold the camera for me quickly on this side. Let me just explain the thinking behind it. So how the worm drum works. In the past we didn't always close it. We do that just for evaporation and for a little bit of extra shade. Hold here, and then you start filling it up from the bottom. You lift it on bricks high. Start filling it up, put the worms in there. The worms migrate up. So by the time they get around here, you can just push a shovel down there and excavate the manure or the compost. They fall down again, and you keep on adding up. And that is basically our worm drum system. Very easy to make, relatively cheap. Other than a cement slab that is, I think, the most effective system that I've ever seen. You can also make them in a bathtub, but it's a little bit more difficult to harvest. That system, I feel, is quite a good value for money system. Then Ishmael on this side. Ishmael, are you winning?
Yes, we are winning.
You're winning. Okay, good. We're making good progress here. Building doesn't look that bad, so that's a good thing. Okay, then on that side, Inixs is coming. We went to just quickly buy some horse food. We bought, for the cats, we bought a bottle and some cat milk from the pet shop. Inixs, I forgot to ask you, when you came back to this morning,
Yes.
did you find gates at Pupkewitz?
Yes.
Do they have?
Yeah.
How many do they have?
Yeah, 4.
4. Okay, we need 3. Okay, but day is almost on the end. Maybe get them on Monday first thing. Okay, we'll do that. And then let's see. What is happening on the side? Where's the ladies? Shirley? Hi. What are you busy with?
Having something for you to eat.
For him to eat.
Yes.
Nice. Sponge pack.
Sponge pack.
Listen, let me show you quickly there what I want you to do. Okay, this water we need to open. This area needs to get water. This whole area. I see they did add a little bit of water, but they can add more. I'd rather have today a lot, and then we wait for a couple of days, and then we water again. But you can water the whole day today. Oh, that's why it's so soft, and if you step here, your foot doesn't go anywhere. If you step here, your foot actually goes into the soil. Okay, you can open. Lekker. Where's that ugly chicken that I saw just now? A rooster. Okay, Shirley, sorry, come here. These things, I started with it, but you need to push it further. You need to open them for me, please, so they're not on top of each other. Just open them slowly. If they don't lie on top of one another, not too much on top of one another, they just need to be able to dry out a little bit. Please. Just like that. Okay. Call me when you are done. Exactly like that. Okay. So, the GoPro is still downloading the files to the computer, so I'm back on the phone. These microphones that Lisa got for me is so awesome. I got this one synced to the phone, so I should have quite a good sound. I hope so. I should. Mika, will you help Shirley there for 15 minutes to spread those things out, please? Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, put on some. If you have closed shoes, put that on. It's better. Even better. So here is a worm system in practice. You see the bottom is where you harvest the worms. Now on this one we didn't add that area because this was actually at one stage I wanted to make a, what do you call it, a mass heater, and that didn't pan out so well. We just harvested 4,000 worms from here a couple of days ago, but look, there's still more, so it's a good thing. 2 days ago we harvested 4,000 worms here 2 days ago, which is cool. And then the boys on that side, they are collecting 30 chickens. Need to go there quickly. So I sold these chickens while they were booked quite a long time ago already. The people just couldn't pick them up, but they're on their way now. I just need to send them to the road. So the boys here, I need to collect. Donna, did you find the box? Donna? Did you find a box that will work? Let's have a look. How many chickens do you have in there now?
11.
Okay, I don't think you're gonna fit 30 chickens in there. We do have another box like this. Oh no, that's a globe box. The solar light boxes look similar.
They're thrown away.
Rara.
Yes.
That's bad news. Okay, I don't think you're gonna have 30 chickens in there. If you do, I don't think they're gonna survive. So we need to find more boxes.
Yes, Dad.
Okay. Happy chickies. So from tonight we'll only have 50 chickens left. I don't think we lost one single chick in this batch. To death. I haven't seen any dead babies yet.
We didn't even get one dead baby.
No, not even one dead baby, and it's in the coldest part of the month. Okay, let's see if we can find bigger boxes. No, don't release them. Keep them in the shade. Put maybe 15 in there. Keep them in the shade, and then we need to find another box. Maybe only 10 in there, Donna. Okay. And then, yeah, let's see what else. So I need to buy a gate, yeah? $600 for every gate. Yesterday I was at the RGO, and for that horse thing my daughter did. You will not believe I deleted that video accidentally when I was making space. Instead of sending it into the judges, I deleted the video that I made of her lesson or her class. So all of that for nothing yesterday. I needed space on my phone for today's movies. Made some mistakes. Anyway, okay, so okay, we need to find a box. Mika, rather than helping Shirley, I want you to help the boys. They need to catch another 15 chickens for Tani Pat rice. And we need to find a box where we can put those in.
Okay.
So I don't know how easy. Okay, great. I like that attitude. The easy attitude. All right. Oh, we should check on the chicken. Right past lunchtime, the children didn't eat yet. I don't think so. But we should definitely check on the chicken. I took the tripod apart because I was expecting to be able to use the GoPro now. Maureen, come hold here for me for a moment, please. Come hold the camera for me, please. Don't move too fast from one side to the other. Hold it as quiet as you can. Close the door for the noise. Still grinding on the outside, so I quickly want to sort that out. Benji, close that door. Okay, Maureen, open for me. Oh, hold it for me. Where's my other lapis?
And why don't you use this?
Yeah, perfect. Perfecto, perfecto. Thank you. All right. Okay, bring the camera a bit closer. Okay, so how you know potatoes are ready? If a fork can easily go in and out, then you know. Benji, chickens. You guys should do the chickens. Don't be here. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Hungry like animal. And then obviously if it falls apart like this, that's a very good sign. Okay, who wants to eat?
Iemand
Alright, let's eat. Got my little tripod ready now. My phone was ringing, but I've placed it on airplane mode. Mika, I want you to taste and be honest with the people. You'll just have to excuse the grinding going on there in the back. Not perfect filming conditions. You're standing in front of the camera. Do you want the pokey?
Yes, please.
The buttocks. Potatoes. Okay. So. I want honest opinions.
Okay, I'm gonna my opponent apology. Where is my stuff?
Did I have it? Oh yeah, already have two. Have a seat.
There's like 10,000 chickens behind you.
10,000 chickens. Okay, so the chicks ended up in this box. They will go. Luckily, they don't have to go far. So that's much more space. Where's Benji? Did he not want to eat? Okay, so honest opinion.
It's black.
Good. What do you think, Donna? Okay, I think I should quickly maybe eat as well. I'm gonna leave you outside with Imps and Enzo so they can finish the video. Looky, is that your best fence that you have there? Best defense. But you're not finished. You need to go to the back. Imps,
Huh?
can I leave you here with the microphone and the camera and you can tell the people what you are doing? Okay, let me clip the microphone. Enzo, and then you tell them all the bad things about working.
Is it on? It's on. Is it on?
It's on. It's recording, so you can change the camera. You can talk to the footage that you want. That's your payday is almost, eh?
It is today.
Payday is today. First I'll edit the video, then I'll decide whether payday is today or not. Okay. So just continue with this one, continue with that one. And if you feel like it, Ims, if you wanna leave here and Enzo, you wanna go for a walk with the camera, go check what Ishmael is doing, check what other guys are doing, show them what Lucas is doing, and you take it from there. Try your best, YouTube.
Yeah. Let's see. This line. So we'll move this one. One, two, the other one. Just a little bit. Straight with this one. Just a little bit. Do now? Just mark the straight line. First we put this one. Then we cut. But they come here, right? I think we have to cut it first. Yeah. Mark the straight line first, so use that camera, then your camera will come out. Oh, Lucas, are you fine? I'm not fine. How many pockets are there? Are you winning? I don't win. What's wrong? I don't think we have regrets anymore.
I don't understand. I'm not talk English.
No, we'll teach you. Oh, no, we'll teach you.
Eh? Thank you too. God bless you. Dan nanti aku English ah.
Yeah, you must just be careful. The mic needs to be pipes. Under there.
Oh,
The other pipe
the other part it goes through.
goes that way.
Inside there.
Nothing. Nothing come with this one.
Oh,
Just be careful.
the guy is talking. I'm be careful. I'm be careful. I'm be careful.
I will be cautious.
I'm be cautious. I will be cautious.
Just that.
And you know that you got the body. So I.
So we are a bit stuck here.
None of us better do the
Our rivets are finished.
America, I don't have demand. Yeah. Can you get forget about? Okay, I come on one like that.
Okay. So now what?
Yeah.
We must make a plan. This. Did you not find anything? Maybe we must check by the container.
Did you tell him the good things?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can have that microphone. Like that? Yeah, then it's not finished.
This paper one.
Only 25. Okay, but how many rabbits do you need then?
We need 8. We need 8. No. 6, 4.
I'm wondering if I should maybe go, like somebody to cut grass, and go and buy a rabbit.
I already put someone already, so
It's already there. Are you standing without the rabbits?
Yes.
Completely? Then maybe you should go. You can help with the building. You drive, get the rabbits. I think so. Do that quickly. Enzo, ask Maureen quickly if she has an old toothbrush. If she's got an old toothbrush later, give us sunlight soap as well. Find an old toothbrush. I know the kids are not using all of their toothbrushes anymore. They got new toothbrushes. Maybe do that. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. That doesn't look that bad. So we're on the.
Let it dry a bit and then I finish it nice.
Okay. Are you working alone? What's Enzo doing? Vitalis doing?
He's going to fit this.
Feed the pigs. Shirley, are you done? Huh? Okay, let's have a look there. Let's have a look there. Pick up, Shirley. See this? It makes my heart so sore when you guys are eating lunch right here. You're eating lunch right here, and then this is what it looks like right next to your lunch. It doesn't make me happy. That thing. Cannot even imagine seeing that chicken before. Angel, oh, Shirley, did we always have this rooster? Where is it coming from now?
What?
The rooster. Looking like a new rooster. How did I miss this chicken? That rooster. Did it come with these grey ones?
Yes, they were already.
Grew up looks like he grew up overnight. Very.
Okay, what's the plan with this?
Okay, so you got that. Okay, good. There's a sick plant. Okay, Shirley, this looks good, but you can then spend the rest of the afternoon cleaning plastics.
Yeah.
Getting all the plastics together so we can take that away. For me, please.
Add water or something.
Yeah, we can add. Let me go show you what is the idea. We only need a couple of drops. I'll go show you quickly what is the idea in Diamond's Forest. Shirley, there's more plastics here. Shirley, there's more plastics here as well, ne? So, a lot of the mite and lice variety pest that you have has got a little oil layer on top of them, and so if you spray anything, the water just runs off them and they don't die. The dishwashing liquid works wonders for that, and so a couple of weeks ago we got this plant. It's not a fruit bearing plant. Some of you might know what it is. Let me show you quickly. Okay, so this thing, Enzo, all of a sudden it looks much more healthier than I can remember.
Which one is it?
This one, yeah.
This one.
Yeah. Do you see any white problems on it? It actually looks like they're all gone.
Looks clean.
That one is clean. Okay, so that healed itself.
This one.
Okay, that one is a bit sick. Let's take the camera closer to that. You can see, yeah, so this one is still sick. So you don't want this on your prickly pears and so on. So what you do is just take that toothbrush, put a little bit of water in there. Mostly you can fill it up completely with water. And then we scrub it. That's the idea. And then that paste will then not reach our prickly pears. That is the idea. It's one single plant, one single job. It's a silly thing to do.
Ah, my legs.
From the horse riding it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can actually put the soap down and then hold the leaf, and you can, well, there isn't so much of a sissy. You can like brush it like you would brush your teeth. Like this, something like that. There we go. I'm not sure whether it's the same pest that will reach the prickly pears, but you can see there's a cactus behind it, and there's prickly pears right there. And in theory, this whole bush is filled with prickly pears that we've been planting. So it's definitely not something you want to move into the rest of the garden. Okay, while he's scrubbing, I can quickly show you some other things. Just loosen this a little bit. Okay, over here, Kino's doing well. Obviously then that thing, the mint. Enzo, I see we planted a couple here as well around this tree.
This wise.
You can just inspect them as well, please. This is a papaya. Dried it up a little bit in the cold, for the cold. Get an angle in there. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. Some fruit hanging in here. I'll go with that. And so the fruit surviving the cold is quite an important thing for me. Yeah, but the cold, other than that, the cold really struck this place hard. Mulberries are down quite a bit. Prickly pear is absolutely winner on our land. You can see how many survived. Planted. How many prickly pears do we have in the forest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 there. 15, 16. 16 prickly pears. The trees are very small still. Citrus. The mint is doing well. Mulberry. Moringa. They got cold. They'll come back. It's just a sad time of the year to watch this thing. Citrus there. Citrus there. Sorry. Camera's falling around. Just 1 second. Citrus there. That thing is a citrus. It died back a little bit. It's coming back up again. This is where we buried that whatchamacallit horse, that rescue horse. We buried him here and we planted a peach tree on top of him. Peaches are deciduous, so they just lost its leaves, but it's not sad the way it is. It's just what it's doing in the winter. So that's looking good. These carrots went to seed and then they spread their seeds and they are just in the ground. This is a apricot, also deciduous. Branches are still filled with life, so that's happy. The marula got cold. I think, yeah, I see there's still life there. It's definitely not too cold, just cold enough to lose its leaves. That is a moringa, also already sprouting new leaves even though it got cold. This is a neem, lost all its leaves but still soft, so that's doing okay. This is one of my bigger successes with the Lucina, quite a big tree underneath the shepherd's tree. This is one of the trees Beshi planted and it's actually doing really well. Surrounded by Lucina. This is a sour soup, I think. Sour shop. I say soup because sop directly translated into English is soup from our language, and so I always think it's sour shop, which is sounds almost Afrikaans, and then I translate it to sour soup. Sour shop. Anyway, this is a baobab. Also lost its leaves, but all the branches are still nice and soft, which means it's also happy. Now this thing hopefully will become a giant tree. Now, because of the water harvesting structure there and the termite mound there, right there, and the witgat tree there. This is actually a really good place to drill as well. But I don't want to. I don't want to bring a machine in here and have this thing between the trees here. But if I listen to that guy from the North's advice, then almost right here would have been the best. Right here would have been the best place to drill. Well, actually, right there where Besh's tree is standing, probably would have been the best place to drill. Right, let's go check what our Enzo is progressing. So these trees all still needs to get out, yeah? Did you win it? Okay, good. What we can do?
I just remembered we're supposed to put something in the bin.
Yes, from this morning. Something that floats.
Something that floats.
What do we do?
I was wondering where all the kids
Boogie boards.
boogie boards are. So
Maybe
how do
ask
we
the
do this?
ladies.
Yeah, maybe we can just put the boogie boards inside.
I'm thinking I should call Imps and have him bring those guys so we can see, even if I'm not here, if the guys cannot finish this tractor over the weekend. I think so. Okay, Enzo, see if you can find something that floats. Hello, piggies. Yeah. Can you see them? There's a little bit of tilapia in there. Tilapia, yeah. It's a carp that you can eat. Yeah, when they're older, they're big. Well, baby tilapias. Did you see them?
Yeah.
The kids put them in Ben's fishery. Those ones smell bad, hey? So I can show you that quickly. For anybody that's a bit sensitive, this might not be a great idea. Enzo, let me jump on this climbing frame and then you just give me the camera, please.
Okay.
Quickly want to show them. So we ended up not taking those horns to the taxidermy. The owner maybe wants them back. And so this is some skins that we're keeping from those cattle. We place some salt on them, dry them, and now we have to we call it when you process a skin. And then those are the two horns over there. They are busy being cleaned by the flies and by the bugs and all sorts. And then okay, and just turn that thing around. So alright. We'll have to see. My old wife also wants to keep them, so we'll have to see how that goes. Enzo, maybe we should plant those pomegranates.
Can I get a spade?
I think so. Get you can get 2 spades and then I can help you. But she says he wants to see me sweat. So we'll see if I'm sweating enough for Beshi. Okay, I'm quickly going to pause the video because I need to use my phone to call Imps and tell him he needs to bring those gates as well. Okay, so we decided to put the 3 between the mint. The last one was over there, and the termites took it. Grew so well, and it was such a beautiful tree. It came to this height, and then the termites took it. So it was, but there wasn't any mint around. So what we'll do is we'll take all this composted mint that the termites are eating.
Termites.
Bloody termites.
Yeah, but there's no termites here.
Really?
Yeah.
Not yet. It's bloody termites. Okay, but this is actually
Nice compost.
yeah, such nice compost. The termites are not here. Something happened here. What happened here? We should show them the compost that we developed here. Without any assistance.
Was it old grass?
It must have been grass and
Yeah, that's, I
mint.
think it was mulch.
Yeah. Mulch, but it's such soft.
Nice compost.
Nice compost. Look at that. Soft and wet. Feels like somebody just threw out a bag of potting soil there. And it smells wonderful. I hope the camera can see this. Looks like it just came out of a worm drum. Well, if your forest starts producing soil and you didn't even know how it got there, that is exactly what you want to happen. I think we have to pick a little bit while it's still soft. Oh, we can do the fuck. Hey. Once it gets deeper, it's gonna become a problem. Yeah, like your legs are sore, my arms are so sore from the exercise from the other night. Two softies trying to plant a tree. We need some bankrupt bush. Put in the mint and bankrupt bush. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this with you. I'm quickly going to grab a sickle and cut some bankrupt bush that we can put in the hole.
Okay. Luckily the sand here is not really that hard. Otherwise we would be struggling. It's actually nice sand. What is this down here? What could this be? Let's see if we can get some more. Okay, the soil down there is not changing to white though. Something white. I don't know if it's best to something else. Okay, but let's see how deep it goes. It's nothing bad.
Zondag?
Ja.
Of was het een pakket van zondag? Maar als we lelijk genoeg krijgen, is het voor zondag.
Ja, daar is het.
Okay. Are you winning?
Yeah, but we are running into some white soil and
White soil.
yeah, I don't know if it's soil or something else. I hope it's not gonna be harmful for the plant. What could it be? Could it be ash maybe?
Ash.
But it
Many,
can't-
many, many moons ago.
Probably. But it can't be.
Mm-mm. Something else, it looks like mold or something.
Yeah, it looks like.
So, the hole is dug. We found that strange white soil. It's in a little, almost a little vein that runs away from the hole. Becomes less and less. It's quartz. Some.
Salt.
Really. I thought it might be salt, that's why I'm eating it.
Okay.
It looks like quartz. Always taste stuff, then you learn things. It tastes like glass, then you know something.
What if it's, what if it's poison?
Then you learn something very quickly. It's the best way to learn. You will never eat it again.
Never.
And it will keep you satisfied for the rest of your life. You will not be hungry again.
It's very dangerous.
Okay, so hopefully the mint and the bankrupt bush will be a good deterrent for the termites. Yeah, I've been having really bad thoughts about just poisoning the little bastards. You have a knife? I thought we're gonna have some nice quick actions. Let me just turn the camera down. I missed the GoPro. GoPro slowly uploading footage. We loosen the root a bit. And then we place the whole thing. I think it's going to be too deep. We need to put more soil in here before we put it in.
We can maybe get some compost from there.
Yeah? Yeah, that's a good idea. That's lekker compost there. It's amazing that it's wet and just everything that's nice. Yeah, that's perfect.
It's good.
Yeah, just chuck a bunch of it in. Say again? Don't get scared of the pigs.
Yeah. Just want to run.
Okay, let's try. You can add more. Okay, now you can just add more and more and more. Nice root hairball.
This one is nicely moist.
Yeah, I wonder why. It's nice. Alright. I think then water.
Yeah, water.
Plenty of water. You know what we forgot?
The pipe.
And we forgot the pipe and we forgot those poles.
Those pills.
I'll start digging. Maybe go run and get the pipe first. Please, Dorothy. can give me the mic. So, because it's close to twilight time that we forget these things. I think he misses his owner because she sleeps next to him and he cuddles and he's just got a fancy life. When I'm alone, his life is quite difficult. Okay. 2 pipes. Let me just wash my hands quickly. I haven't seen bees in quite some time. Apparently they started feeding them closer to the beehive. Now for winter they give them some food. So a very interesting video. What is that guy in Canada of the permaculture orchard? He got rid of all his honeybees. And he said honeybees is a subsidized species across the world. So he got rid of all of them. And he just ended up having the native bees popular. What do you call it? Pollinate these plants. Having the native bees and ants and all sorts of things like that pollinate these plants. And he said he used to get these harvests that's like way up and then way down and then way up and way down. And so he believes that's because of the bees. They just pollinate everything, and then the next year the tree can't cope with that. So now it's got a lower yield, but it's more stable over the long run, which I think is good. I thought that was Henzo coming. Yeah. Eventually, species like this, species like the prickly pear, and some citrus. There's some citrus that's really doing well. Remember, we planted these trees as like $2 baby trees. Some of these trees will take over the forest. But it's amazing how much we had to lose. How many trees we had to lose to realize what we're doing isn't working. When you look at YouTube videos and you see those videos, you feel like you should have a mango. You feel like you should have bananas. You should want to have guavas. Want all these things. And then especially if you look at town. Our town, all these plants are existing. And so I couldn't understand what's wrong with me. Why can't I make these things grow? And Lisa will tell you, while we were driving from a friend's house, she had a braai with us once at a friend's house. We made a bet. It was 21 degrees Celsius in Otjiwarongo, and we made a bet on how much it will be in Otjiwarongo, on the farm. And so everybody, I think I was the lowest with like 18. I said it's going to fall 4 degrees, and it ended up being 14 degrees on the plot. So from 21 all the way down to 14 degrees went down. Hectic. So normally we're about 5 degrees colder here than in town, and that specific day it was a little bit more. But so yeah, it's amazing how important it is to realize that your land is different from other land, even if it's so close. I mean, we're 3 kilometers out of town, and it is just so different.
Okay, I got the pipe, but we're out of those caps.
Out of the caps?
Yeah, the caps are finished.
Okay. That's fine.
So I think we're just gonna put the pipe next time.
Okay, but I wanted 2 pipes.
Should we just...
No, I think we do 1 pipe, it's fine. I'll do 1 pipe. And okay, then on Monday, just remember 40 millimeter caps.
Yeah.
When you're at Port Cultivate again.
Okay.
Should actually be deeper than just 1 second. I thought I was deep enough. All right. Good. At least 1 tree planted today. Only 5,999 more to go.
Is that how many there are?
How many we need to put on the land? 6,000.
Oh.
In this forest, yeah. 6,000. So, I think we might have about 30 fruit trees now. But, all together with the support trees. Things like the wonderful, all those ones together. We need to plant about 6,000. Those ones will chop later. Later on we'll only have fruit trees, mostly fruit bearing trees. You need something to create mulch in the beginning.
Then see those trees struggle to grow. So now
The lupina. Yeah, it's cold.
it's called that.
The cold is the problem. So I'm looking for other trees that we can grow that grows fast, like lupina. That we can chop and grow fast and chop and grow fast. I haven't found them yet.
The trees that are not afraid of the cold.
Yeah. Maybe some acacias. I just don't like. They're unfriendly trees to me. The lupina is very friendly. You can work with the berries and whatnot. You start planting these acacias, they grow. And some of them grow really fast. It's not a nice tree to work with. And if you look at that tree that grows in the township,
Yeah, that.
the black one, prosopis.
Yeah.
With the things that falls off for the goats.
Yeah, for the goats. Yeah.
It's good food. But the government will not like you to plant it. Good food for the animals. It also puts nitrogen back into the soil. Anything that has a pot has got on the roots. On the roots is little bacteria that grows.
Yeah.
So it takes nitrogen from the air, and then the bacteria puts it back into the soil. Especially if you cut it, then the roots also shed. If you cut a tree like AI, same amount more or less that you lose on top is what the roots then also lose. Dies at the soil. If you cut it back every year, you release that every year back into the soil. Very good for your soil. But very frowned upon, and they can quickly also become a pest. Very hardy. What do you use it for in the township? Do you make fire with it or not really?
Not really.
Just
Mostly I use it for shade.
Yeah, because they grow like.
But why would the government not like those things?
They even the extension 8 and 12.
Yeah.
They've written in the contract, and it's registered on the deed.
Only that specific tree.
That specific tree. that you're not allowed to plant them. Because it becomes spreads very fast. That's the biggest issue. So yeah, it's not written on our deeds, but in general, in Namibia in general, it's seen as a pest. Hey, play in the mud and then you're gonna start trying to play at home again. Huh? I think you must spend the rest of your day watching it. Yeah, please, yeah. Each one for 10 or 15 minutes. And that's fine. And then Monday we get a cap for this one. The month is everywhere. Hopefully the month will keep the month away. Bloody bastard. Alright, I'm quickly going to see what the other guys are doing. Okay, we can continue here. Thank you, Ainsley. We go see quickly what's happening at the pigs. And Vitalis is feeding it. Amazing how much bigger that one is than the other ones. You should look for females of that size and keep them out. Those are all males. Males are growing faster than the other ones. They're having papaya for dinner. Chickens are having papaya for dinner. Oh no, this isn't papaya, this is some kind of pumpkin, it looks like almost. I cannot believe this rooster. Must have seen it around before, obviously, but all of a sudden it got some life. Polkadot is living his best life. Yeah, you can now clearly see the difference between the two females. They're more or less the same age. Very different build. See, this one is much higher than this one. Oh, I love these bush pig personalities. They've got a nicer or a more lively personality. Okay, I don't want any rubbing tonight. Let's see if there's a pig here that wants some loving. Hey piggy, you want some loving? You want some McLovin? They're enjoying life. Okay, the day is pulling to an end. I think people might start to go home now. Can't wait for these chickens to be big enough to start making babies as well. This lady has really looked after her babies very well. I wonder how many is left. There were 13. They've never been fed and they have never been cared for really. And they just eat what's available. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black ones. So 11, 12. There's one coming there. It's 12 if I'm correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white. So she kept every single one of her babies alive. And as I said, she's never been taken care of. She's never slept in a cage. She's never been fed. She just hatched them and they just lived. Cuddle Buddy is the father. Oh, Cuddle Buddy is also not a bad rooster. But yeah, he's also haven't been looked after for some time. Hey Cuddle Buddy. You haven't been a caged chicken for a long time. You've just been a jungle fowl. Malay jungle fowl. And so that hardiness is something that really to be spoken of highly. This garden is coming along nicely. Just takes so much time. Everything just takes so much time. Are you winning, Ishmael?
Yes.
It looks good. It looks very good. Are you placing them in the water to draw it up? Suck it up, then it catches better. Yeah, that's good. You must advise the guys as well to water this place tomorrow night. They need to water it. So then on Monday, I think on Monday we continue with the bomb. We just finished that mix that you have now. We'll take it from there. Okay, and so the day has come to an end. We have just sold 20 meat chickens, and those 30 small baby chicks are also gone. So I think it's time that we order more meat chickens. Lekker man, lekker. Did you have a lekker day? There's a whole bucket full of people on my back. The sun is setting beautifully in the township. So, hope you enjoyed those movies. I will see you again on Monday.